Hey guys, welcome to the Talk Nerdy to Me podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Kirk, and this is the podcast where we talk about all things nerdy.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy some tech talk. You sure?
Yeah, it was on mute.
Oh. It was picking something up there.
Should we restart?
Nah, we're good.
Okay.
Welcome to episode number 13 of the Talk Nerdy to Me podcast.
We're getting there. Number 13. First topic for today.
We're jumping right into it.
Yeah, we're jumping right into it. Don't put an Xbox 360 hard drive in a Mac Pro. Doesn't work.
MacBook Pro.
MacBook Pro or Mac Pro. Don't put it in anything. Actually, probably just burn it. Like,
yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like
Use
the
it in
last
your
time,
Xbox 360, maybe that's about it.
the last time I played Xbox 360, I was like trying to play Skyrim, and it was so slow.
Really?
And now I'm realizing like, can you even put a SSD in a 360? Like,
I don't know.
I
Probably.
don't know. Maybe I'll try it, but don't put the stock hard drive from a 360 into a Mac Pro.
I suppose it depends on which 360 though. In reality, 'cause you're just a bit older, right?
Oh no, mine's a slim.
Yeah, so
It was the last model that they came out with.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I had.
No, sorry, not the last model they came out with. They came out with another weirder model, I think.
I have the very last one. I'm pretty sure it's like a gloss black casing is what it is.
Mine's
it's a little
matte
bit
black.
It's a little bit more squared off than what I'm pretty sure the slim was rounded a little bit.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'd search it, but I'm still waiting for GarageBand to open.
So we're recording on my laptop tonight.
By the time, GarageBand's still not open. It blinks every now and again, but we got the whole podcast set up and for you to record on Logic and a little test in, and it's still Google Chrome came up and went away, but
It went away.
I'm gonna leave it there. I'll let you guys know when it comes up. But that leads into another quick little topic: the best upgrade you could possibly get for an older machine, SSD.
Yeah, not an Xbox 360, HDD.
Nope.
A new SSD.
New SSD.
Yeah.
With all the vast majority of PC sites and tech places having SSD sales for Black Friday, and I guess Cyber Monday, you can pick them up for so cheap. The problem is, I took the SSD out of this to put a second SSD in the Mac Pro for Windows because that was really slow, and I was like, I'll just flash this for now, and I'll go pick up an SSD. And I went to go pick up an SSD, and they didn't have any in stock. So.
And this is unusably slow.
Unusably slow, yeah. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need it for work, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. I'll have to take that back. But the cool thing about having the Mac Pro is there's enough bays in there that I can just plop a bunch of drives in and clone them.
Yeah.
Super easily, and it's pretty quick. Even with the slower HDD, it was pretty quick. So
that's good.
It worked.
It's good.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I had my stuff backed up.
But talking about Mac things that things that Macs shouldn't be doing. Is one, or what people say Mac shouldn't be doing is gaming on Macs.
Yeah,
we've talked about Mac gaming a little bit before.
Yeah.
But you're getting into the Mac Pro there a little bit more now and getting that running with some gaming.
What do you call a Mac with Windows? You can have a Hackintosh where it's like a custom built PC. What is it? I don't know.
It's just a Mac with a boot camp.
No, it doesn't have boot camp. Boot camp does not work with that.
Great.
Because of it does. It just gave me so many issues. It was much easier to just do a clean install of Windows 10.
Essentially, you have a Hackintosh then.
Yeah, but the opposite. So still a Hackintosh, I guess. Right now, it's got an old Radeon HD 7950 graphics card in it, which is. Apple did make a Mac version of that graphics card. This is not it, and I can't flash this because you can get the firmware from there and flash it, but it's not mine. I'm just borrowing it for testing purposes. I stole it, but it's not that one. But my Mac Pro with only 6 gigs of RAM currently, 32 gigs is coming this week, but only 6 gigs of RAM and a 6-ish year old mid-range graphics card. Mid to high range graphics card. It runs PUBG and FORTNITE, of course. We were just playing FORTNITE. I'm having a little bit of lag, but I think that's to do with the network issues I'm currently experiencing.
Yeah. Speaking of us playing FORTNITE, we were playing here, and this is not my house where my iMac is, so that means I was not playing on a decent machine whatsoever. I was actually playing on my MacBook Air, my 2012 MacBook Air.
Yeah.
Is capable Now with Epic's recent updates, because they've made a big update too.
Yep. Supposedly. Oh.
Is there a fly inside the light?
No. That's just the light falling apart.
Or is that just the light falling apart?
The light's falling apart.
Okay.
It's a good thing people can't see the lights. That one's okay. Like, that actually looks okay. The other light we have is so mangled, it's not even funny. Pro tip, get good lights.
Yeah. That's definitely gonna have to happen.
Yeah.
At least a better stand, at the very least.
Yeah.
Because the actual light itself is nice light.
We'll get new lights. We'll talk about lights another time. But
anyway, yeah, like literally playing on my 2012 MacBook Air, 4 gigs of RAM.
It's got an SSD.
It does have an SSD because it's a MacBook.
You keep talking. I gotta
okay.
do something.
All right, I'm here to improvise while we fix the lights. Yeah, so 1.8 gigahertz Intel Core i5. This is running here with 4 gigs of RAM. For graphics, we have Intel HD graphics.
It's better than it was. Intel HD for the win, yeah.
Yeah.
HD 4000 at that.
HD graphics 4000.
Is yours 4000 or 3000?
4000.
Mine's above yours, I think. Is it? I can't load it.
Probably the same.
I don't know yet.
So yeah, that's what we're playing Fortnite on here today. Running at
ran.
a solid. Actually, in like loading screens and stuff like that, and like if I was in the settings screens like in Fortnite, I could actually like it came up and was showing like 60 FPS or close to it.
Yeah, the things that
right?
matter, you know.
But then once you went into the lobby and then got into a game, like it didn't really do anything more than 20.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know if I'd call that playable.
Uh oh.
Oh no. Timber. Okay. I have a solution. I don't have a solution.
All right. This is not evenly lit. Fine.
I'm sorry. It's not that bad. Actually, lighting changed. It's I'm in focus. Wait for it. Hey, autofocus. Last episode, I was not in focus.
You were not in focus the entire episode, so we're trying the autofocus thing here now.
Yeah.
On my camera here tonight.
But yeah, we realized like we didn't use autofocus because it made a racket. But we're not even using that mic.
No, that mic is just kind of just for
fill or to sync up.
To
stuff.
sync sound. Except that one time we had the audio.
Yeah, then we had to use
crap out on us. Yeah.
We've had some technical. We should probably get our set figured out.
Yeah, we really got to figure this
out. We've had some difficulties here.
Yeah, just look back on previous episodes and you'll see all these technical difficulties.
We're real professional.
Mm-hmm.
Very.
All the time.
We have purple lights now.
Purple lights.
Well, any color lights you want.
And there's like photos.
Yes, awesome photos that came out really great actually.
Yeah. We'll talk about them after.
Yeah.
After
we talk about the Mac.
After we talk about the Macs and the gaming.
That they shouldn't be doing.
Well, it's not that really they shouldn't be doing, because I think people really underestimate the power of a lot of the Mac machines.
Yeah, well, it's merely the limitation comes with Mac OS, less so than kind of the hardware. In current Macs, like older Macs maybe, but...
And
like,
a lot of that, I guess, is really just the fact that, I mean, most games aren't made for Mac.
No.
Right?
Yeah, you can't get a lot... Oh.
It's still going.
I don't even know why it's moving. I think it stayed.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. But yeah... that's the big problem. A lot of games aren't made for Mac.
Most games aren't made for Mac at all. I mean, Fortnite's one of those, one of those games that is available on Mac. And recently, Epic has done a lot of updates with trying to just basically make the game run well on all their different devices that it's available on. So Mac was one that it didn't really run really great on. Another one was Switch.
Yeah,
it was a big problem on Switch. And of course, the other consoles was pretty good, but they made improvements. And now, like, I was struggling to get, like, I was playing, like, a 30 FPS on my iMac before. And I played last night at 144.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, that's impressive.
Right? I was still playing, like, low settings or, like, low-medium settings.
But worth getting 144.
But, like, I could play so much higher frame rate.
Yeah, and was it steady?
Yeah, like, it was so smooth.
Nice. Yeah, well, I mean, we're playing right there. I'm having some network issues, but the FPS is staying at 60 frames a second.
Yeah, minus the network issues, it's running really good.
So for some reason my internet is I've got 550 down for my speed and then like 3 megabits up. So
yeah, down's good, but like what's going on with the up speed here?
Yeah, don't know. So I have to call the good old service provider, but it is running really really stable, and that's at did I change it? Yeah, medium settings, full resolution, but medium settings, 1080p.
I thought it was low. Whatever.
No, did you change it?
No, I don't think.
I'd launch it, but then it'd make a racket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it on the medium. I didn't put it on low after.
Oh, okay.
It was probably be okay at high too, because with VSync off, I was getting the spikes over 120 frames a second. Like, it just wasn't very consistent. So might be able to bump up to high, or
and really, reality, if you just set that frame rate a little bit lower, then I mean,
it'd be fine.
It'd be fine. Anyway,
it doesn't jump quite as much.
Oddly, it runs better when it's at a lower frame rate because it's just capping it there.
PUBG.
That's why that option is available, because otherwise, I mean, just set it to the highest and just wherever it goes.
Yeah.
Right?
So on this current configuration with the 6 gigs RAM, the 7950, with PUBG, for example, in Windows 10, so I do have Windows going with this. And Fortnite does... Now, I haven't played Fortnite since the update on macOS with this, so that could be the reasoning.
Yeah.
But just playing it right now, it seems to be running smoother on Windows 10 when we just downloaded it.
Yeah. I'd like to see you go update it on macOS and see what...
The problem with macOS is that I can't get my own drivers for the graphics card. Mac is just pulling the drivers. I haven't found a way to get them. So like, it may not be the most up to date drivers, and it's already an old graphics card anyway.
Right.
The RX 580 is the card that I have coming, the 8GB one, and that is the card that you can find in other Mac lineups. So hopefully the stock Apple drivers are okay for that.
Yeah.
The only downside is you don't get a boot screen. And what that does is you kind of have to put in the old graphics card to swap back and forth between Windows 10 and Mac OS. Yeah, so it's a pain in the butt. Now, the amount of gaming I do, I don't use Windows that much. So
so it's only if you happen to get in the...
Yeah.
And that's the thing, too, is if it's only... literally, if you wanted to play Fortnite, if you wanted to play a game and you're just going to play some Fortnite, you could do that on Mac, no problem. So if you want to play something
I think Civilizations are, like, some of the games I play, like, a very limited list. I do like PUBG, but I'm not... I get addicted, so I've been limiting myself. But yeah, PUBG is playing on high settings for the view distance, and then medium settings for everything else except for shadows is low. Like the typical power consuming things I've got set to low. Stuff that doesn't really matter. But 1080p high render distance, and I'm holding 60 constant, no problem at all. It doesn't fluctuate whatsoever. The only time is jumping out of the plane, but again, that like I've experienced that on every system I've ever built with PUBG, so I don't know how to combat that.
Yeah, I guess it's just it requires a lot of graphical power.
Yeah. So I don't even think it's that. I think it's more like a network lag. Like everything's just loading in.
There's that too, I guess.
It's not an optimized game in the slightest. So
no, that's one where, like when you talk about Fortnite and PUBG, that's where Fortnite definitely has the upper hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's now, the optimization, because Epic's pushing updates at least every week.
Yeah, and PUBG's probably come a long way, because I used to play it religiously. I used to stream it, and I could run it fine back then, but it's still, you always had bugs and issues, and just weird glitches in the game, too, that you don't get with Fortnite.
That's one thing I could probably stream now.
Yeah. Because
it runs so smoothly.
You probably could. I wonder what the difference in streaming capabilities are if you were to swap out, or with your new RAM, because you haven't tried it.
Well, that's one thing too. Yeah, is the addition of the extra RAM plus Epic's update to Fortnite recently.
Worth a try.
Yeah, just see what it does. Yeah.
And I'll be swapping that out with the RX 580 soon too. Yeah. So that should bump it up. I'll have 32 gigs of RAM this week. And then it's pretty well a pretty set in stone thing. I just need the new motherboard tray and CPUs. But they won't have that big of an impact in gaming because most games don't use that many cores anyway.
Yeah.
It's debatable whether or not I'm better off sticking with one CPU and just getting the highest speed one I can get with 6 cores, because there's a lot of numbers, 5690 or something.
Yeah.
But $100 and it's pretty quick, so.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know, but it games, and that's all I care about. I don't care about playing on super high settings or anything like that. I don't play competitively. I don't play much. I just want to be able to play when I get the itch. So
exactly, that's all you need.
Yep.
Right. I guess we'll kind of move on from that now, and we'll talk about something we kind of talked about a little bit last week.
Yeah.
So I had been involved in. We'll just go through the whole spiel again. I had been involved in a show called Raw. It's a whole artist showcase thing for musicians, visual artists like painters, photographers, hairstylists,
tattoo artists.
Well, this is a little different. I don't think they normally do the tattoo artists, but essentially, kind of, they got a whole lot of bad press when they tried to come here.
Yep.
They were basically run out of town. by all the artists that kind of revolted against them. And so one of the artists who was supposed to be originally involved in this, she's like a visual artist.
Yep.
She thought, well, actually, before it was actually canceled, she had been messaging a few people and said, what if we just bypass this raw thing altogether,
Do your own,
and do our own sort of thing, because this seems like it's really expensive. It seems like it's a bit much, because they were essentially getting people to like buy into it, and it was quite a bit for what it was. For some artists, or kind of like the like certain types of vendors, it wasn't expensive because they've done lots of other types of like trade shows, like fairs and stuff like that, where it's actually more expensive to get a table than what.
And you're
was.
set up to sell, really.
Yeah, and it's set up to sell, but this is a little different. So, for anybody else though, it was, especially musicians, it was like it was just a scam essentially.
Yeah.
Right. Like musicians was the biggest one, because they really didn't have a way to then sell anything after.
No.
They just performed. So I mean, they get their name
almost
out and stuff
paying
like that.
to have a gig.
Yeah, they're paying to have a gig, right? And I mean, I suppose you can do that some.
Yeah, but,
times, but like it's
charities.
Yeah, it just seemed kind of weird. So anyway, like I said, we this one girl who kind of brought everyone together as soon as it was canceled. As soon as she found out it was canceled, she called up the venue.
Yep.
It was Club 1 in downtown St. John's here. She called them up and was like, "Raw's canceled. Can we have the spot? Like, can we get this?" And the manager who she even spoke to didn't even know yet. Like, she wasn't directly involved with the organization of Raw. She didn't even know at that time. Like, it was that soon.
What happens if they show up still?
No, they won't. They actually did. Yeah. They actually did officially cancel.
Yep.
They due to unforeseen circumstances, they had to cancel.
Yeah, unforeseen.
Yeah. So.
Did they take down your post yet?
Oh yes, yeah, they did. So
okay,
I changed my entire profile, but no, like I went beyond like just putting it up there in the bio saying it was a scam or whatever. Like I changed the entire profile. The profile picture was just a white background and in big black letters, "Raw is a scam." So because I just didn't, it was gone that far. It was like just people shouldn't be taking part in it. They did eventually. I think it's still up there, or it was the other day, that there's an event being held in St. John's on the 29th. Yeah. And everybody else's profiles are still there. It was just they did take mine down eventually once, I guess, they looked at it and saw this big thing. So it was taken down. But I can still log into it.
So can you repost it? But
I don't know, it's weird. I can log into the account, but I guess what they did is they took me off the bill for the off the list for that event.
Yeah. But that last week we said we were going to do our own thing, and it's kind of been done for us.
Yeah, it's
kind of. Well, I mean, you're involved in it.
I am involved in it, so I'm taking part again.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to go, but right now it's so up in the air.
Yeah, and I kind of want you to help me out with stuff.
Yep.
Because I'm actually going to be doing a lot more than what I was going to be doing. And,
which is good for you.
Yeah, and actually be able to make more money than what I was going to be able to do too. Because I'm going to be doing some photography there, and it's actually going to be like a small charge for the photography.
Yep.
For the photos, I'm going to be taking more than likely. So it's another little way to get some money.
Yeah, it's awesome. What you need a hand for. Problem is, the only downside to doing it right now, and the same thing is like you were saying earlier, it's a bit rushed.
Yeah.
Like, we were talking about doing it for the new year. We'd be able to plan something.
And that is kind of like this girl, she wants to do another one.
Yeah.
And like the other people that have been really involved with her, they're saying like they want to do another one like in the new year sometime. Right? Probably like later into the winter or something like that, or maybe it'll be later again.
Yeah.
But they want to do it again. So this is a great thing. So I'm involved. Mm-hmm. I want to kind of be a part of this.
And the first one's always going to be a little more of a mess than anything else anyway.
Of course.
And
right?
I think it's going to go fine.
I think based on the meeting that we had
Yep.
Yesterday when we kind of did just walk through everything, there was only a few people showed up. Not very many people were there at this meeting, but there are a whole lot of artists that are actually taking part.
Yep.
But the people that were there, like we had a great discussion about stuff that like the organization of where everything's going to be, timing on different things.
Yeah.
Because it's in a bar, obviously, it's a 19 plus event, being in Canada, and so 19 plus. But up until 8:30, their liquor license allows them to have minors.
Yep.
In there up until 8:30, so there's one band who is completely underage. They want to be able to allow teenagers and stuff to go in there and check the stuff out
Up until a certain point.
up until that point. So what they're doing is this one band who is underage, they're performing for like an hour. They get like a long set.
That's awesome for them.
Yeah, that's really good for them. Hopefully they're pretty good.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I haven't heard them yet or anything, but hopefully they are good. And so like they're gonna start at like 7:15 and like 8:15. And during that time, so that'll be great for like all their friends to be able to come in. Like my sister is under 19.
Yeah.
Her and a few of our friends are gonna come by and check it out.
I'm hoping to. If
there's like makeup artists and hairstylists and stuff there, so like they'd be into that stuff.
Yeah, and the tattoo artist, which is kind of cool.
Tattoo art. What's really cool is they've arranged actually to have a tattoo artist doing tattoos on site there, which is pretty cool.
It is,
right?
I'm gonna come and get like
honestly, if
if
you get a tattoo artist in there at an event, like it's a legit event.
Yeah, that seals the deal right there. You have a tattoo artist. I mean, who cares if they're using like dirty needles and stuff like that? There's a tattoo artist.
No, this is actually, I can't remember the artist's name, but it was someone who was
probably known around here
pretty
too.
well known locally.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good quality stuff, and there's some big names.
Having live tattoo artists is always cool too. Just go in and watch it. It's
really cool. I'm going to be set up right next to it with my photos. I'm going to have some of my stuff on display, just some landscape type stuff.
Awesome for some cool slow-mo footage on that.
Yeah.
That would be wicked.
And I'm going to be set up. I'm going to be doing some portraits kind of people, like when they get their makeup done, their hair done. They'll often, they might want portraits done. So that was suggested to me as a thing to do. So I'm likely going to be doing a fair bit of that.
Which is awesome experience. Like, that's perfect.
That's great. It's a great experience to actually do some portraits because I haven't really done any portraits of any people I don't know.
Yeah, it's this kind of thing that is always great. Like, just getting involved with stuff, even when they go south. Like, just you get to meet people.
And like, this sort of situation, like, it's very clear that like all my work up there on the wall is mostly landscapes and stuff like that and street photography. Yeah. Right. So it'll be very clear to anyone who's popping in and be like, okay, so I'm not really a portrait photographer. That's not what my background is in, like what I've done in the past. But, I have done a little bit, and I think I can do some pretty good. Yeah,
and it's good experience too.
And it's a great experience to do. So
for sure, it's the type of thing that like the more you do it, the more you better get at it. Of course. So
yeah, of course.
Well, hopefully that'll be good. I'm really hoping. I'm really praying. Like, we're at the time of the year with my field that stuff gets so thrown around because it's always rushed, and then stuff's not going ahead, and they wait till after the year starts. Budgets are at an end. So, like, I was supposed to be on the other side of the province last week, but the company backed out for now because their budget was kind of stretched thin. So stuff like that. Like, there's a good chance I'm going to be not here, but also pretty good chance I won't be going. So it's up in the air. The only unfortunate thing...
You got to do what you can to try to be here because it's going to be a wicked event.
And the only unfortunate thing is that because of my work and because of my contract, I don't really have a say. I can't be like, yeah, guys, I can't go. So I'm hoping to know for certain tomorrow what the deal is and what's going on. So we'll find out because you need help there. We did one portrait thing like that. It's
a little different than that, and I mean, I could distribute stuff completely differently. Yeah, I'd like to be able to actually distribute things like on the spot.
Yeah, like, I was scouting out the Santa pictures at the mall there this week, and like I was looking at their setup. I'm like, okay, they have a whole data rack, and like there's 3 PCs there. Yeah, like why do they have that much stuff? Yeah, theirs is a bit insane. Yep. Right. But I just want the ability to take the photo, have it load onto my computer. And then be able to send that out. Yeah, you need to figure out if there's some software like what I was using. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is some stuff, so I gotta figure that stuff out now. That's the big thing. Be the goal over the next couple of days. Yeah, because I could if I wanted to have like 3 SD cards on the go, pop it out of the camera, flip it in, pop a new one in the camera, haul it off, send it away. Actually, you should probably bring my long cord I bought. You'll need that. So, we need it over the next couple of days. Get straightened away, see what you need, and then we'll go figure out. Buy whatever we need to buy, but this is exciting. It is exciting. It's potentially stressful. But good stress. It's good. It's
it's. I mean, I want to do this stuff. So
yeah, and it's the type of thing where like once it's done, like once I sent the last email out for the Santa photos that we did, like it was so good. I was like,
a good feeling.
Yeah, and then I got like literally 50 or 60 emails that were like, these. I love these. Like, and some of them were like, oh my god, this is my favorite picture ever. Like, we're getting this done off. I'm like.
That's a good feeling when people appreciate your work. And
they
stuff
really
like
liked your border.
Yeah.
I had to tweak it so much. Like, it's lucky you sent me the files you did because I had to like, we changed setups like 4 times throughout the week. So every time you changed the setup, it was framed slightly different.
Yeah, so you had to adjust the borders and stuff like that. Yeah.
But it turned out really good. I actually really liked it, and we know for next year too, we're going to be doing it again anyway. So it's awesome.
So we can definitely plan ahead a little more.
Yeah.
Have the like borders ready. Probably be able to like pump stuff out like a lot.
Yeah, and we'll have some demo photos up too. Like we'll get some stuff printed. Maybe even get a canvas or two of like the ones we took of being out. Just to have it like this is what you're getting, so people know because people don't really know.
We could, yeah. I don't think we need to go canvas. I think just like a small print.
I'm thinking. I think just for
like an 8.5 by 11 size print or something.
I just got a good idea for a house Christmas gift. Okay. Anyway, well, yeah. So it's exciting. New cool things, new opportunities.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Definitely
something new.
Yeah. That's about all we got for this one.
But yeah. Oh, actually, I was just gonna say before you started saying something else too. Like in terms of like people appreciating your work and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, obviously you'd seen like pretty well all these photos and stuff like that. But I just like printed off my photos. I had them a whole bunch done on just some small 4x6s. I had some canvases done too, but I brought in all those 4x6s. Brought them all over this evening. Yeah. And you were looking at them, and then your girlfriend Alex was looking at them, and you're just like, a few of them you're like, really like that one and stuff like that, and like that's just a good feeling. Yeah. To have somebody else say.
And some of those, like that, right? Some of those are like definitely can. Like I want a couple of those. I can see right now my parents would love them as little gifts, right? Like a little canvas thing for the cabin, they love it.
Yeah, like. You let me know, and I will.
Yeah, no, we're 100%.
I'll cut you a deal.
Good deal for you. Yeah, no, but it's awesome, and you can see your work progressing. Too. Yeah, just the more photos you take, the more. Yeah, like, for sure. Yeah, some of those are amazing. Yeah. The canvas, it's crazy seeing photos on canvas versus on a screen. Mm-hmm. It adds like a texture to it. And
it's not just the canvas either. Like the ones that I have printed on like a matte print.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they look great too.
They look really good.
Yeah.
Right? Just like a matte paper.
Makes me want to get a photo printer even more. Mm-hmm. So.
But they were also really cheap to get done.
Yeah, that's true. So, $20 for like.
$20 for 40-something 4x6s. It wasn't bad at all.
No.
Right? So if you were to print something bigger, I mean. It was 39 cents a photo is what it was. 39 cents for a 4x6, how long you right? Like? So now, obviously, they're more expensive for bigger ones, but
yeah, but I mean, like ink is crazy expensive. Too. So it
probably just as well to just get them printed as a local company.
Support local.
Right?
Well, maybe that's what we'll do. But I want to do more of it. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, I definitely want to do lots of prints. Yeah. Because I really enjoy being able to go like pick up. Like prints and stuff too, especially the canvases. That was really cool to go in there and they had these 2 bags with canvas prints in them, and I went out in the car and just started looking at it. It's like, oh my god, this is so cool.
Yeah, and like it is like, man, it's the first, because like I've seen lots of canvas photos and stuff too, but that's like you see them like, oh, this is awesome. But when you see your photo come from what it is in the camera to like an actual thing,
like you look at it on the camera,
it almost wants me,
and then you look at it on like on your computer screen.
Yeah.
Right. And like you posted it to Instagram, people liked it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, this is pretty cool. I like this photo. And then you go get a print of it on this nice big canvas, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, and gives you something. It's great.
Yeah.
Cool. So go get your photos printed.
Print your photos if you're a photographer. That's the moral of the story. Anyway, I think we're gonna clue it up here.
That's it for podcast number 13.
That's it.
All right, guys.
As always, thanks for listening.
And peace.
Peace out.